Welcome, 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 my loves, to Mama and Lindy Guides Live Mediumship, or Mediumship Live. I think that's the way I wrote it. Mediumship Live. Lynn is going to be back in just a minute. And then we are going to start tagging people. And we're going to get this live going. And remember, we're trying to set some records with number of people attending. We want to get to 40 people so we can make Lynn add purple, which is my favorite color. All right. Here we go.
Lynn sliding through.
Yep, Lynn coming through. Here we go. Okay. Lynn is going to do the tag list. I am looking for us. There are long Nomeo hairs everywhere in this house.
I don't know if you can even see me. You can't. It's all you tonight.
No. You can move the camera over. I'll move the camera over a little. No. It's not all me. You're here too. They have to.
It's fine. I'll be fine.
There.
You just put it. You're really far over tonight.
Oh well. Trying to get everything set up. Gosh darn it!
You're fine.
Ow!
Leave it alone.
Okay. Live with Mama and Lynn. This is the live mediumship event. We're not going to be pulling
Runes this evening.
Hi, Tracy, Kayla, Mary, Iva. Welcome. Welcome, everybody, to Mediumship Live. Tracy McDaniel, sweetie, this is a special mediumship. This is a special live. It's all about mediumship. So we're not going to give free readings tonight, except for the spirits who are here. If I get a message from a spirit, I'm going to pass that along. What I do is I describe the spirit, I describe the message, I give you everything I know or everything I can get from them. And if it resonates with you, or you can validate what I'm saying, then I need you guys to say, hey, that sounds like my whatever. Now, if you want us to go find a specific spirit, or go look at what a specific spirit is here, we are asking a donation of $15. But you can stay here, get the messages that come out, everything like that. Doesn't cost a thing unless you want us to find a specific spirit. And then for $15, we'll try, but we can't guarantee anything. They have free will too. Hi, Anita. All right. Whoops.
Since you can see comments, and I don't have comments right now, why don't you do the scribed?
Okay, I can do that. Let me set the scribed up. So yeah, welcome guys. We love to see you guys. We love to see you guys all here. But yeah, this is a special Mediumship Live. This is the last one for this week. We'll be having them again in the future.
Regulus,
no. Cats, right? All right. Now, Lynn, you want to tell them if you're going to, I don't know, you want to do love cards now, or?
It doesn't matter. I can do romance.
If you want to
also have out 3 cards, we can do 3 cards and an oracle.
Okay. We can do 3 cards and an oracle for $10. We can do a 3-card romance reading for $8. I should have put that sticker up, but I didn't know what we were doing. All right. Let me get your names written down here.
Regulus.
I'm hoping everybody gets a message, but I can't control that. Like I said, they have
Anita.
free will. Hi, Anita.
Hi, Marcy.
Welcome.
Hi, SD.
I keep hitting the button that turns it into weird text. Mary. Hi, Mary. Iva is here. I'm trying to get everybody's names written down, so bear with me for a minute. Anita and Abby.
You've accidentally
Marcy.
pinned a comment, too.
Huh?
You've accidentally pinned a comment.
Well, I don't know how I did that. Sorry, I'm
Hi,
trying to
Sean.
do this.
Welcome, Sean.
Oh, unpin. That's what I want to do. Sorry, guys. All right. Marcy is here.
Sir. Sit.
Iva, Kayla, Anita, Abby. Thought Marcy was here. Yep, Marcy. SDCOPPES. Sean, you said?
Yes.
All right. And Heather Lynn. I think I got everybody. Okay. If anybody is here and I don't read your name, say something again in chat because I think it flew up before I could get the first people. Tracy McDaniel, Kayla, Mary, Iva, Anita, Abby, Marcy, Sean, and Heather. If your name did not get called, say something in chat and I'll get it written down. Hi, Brianna.
You just keep it while I do my tag list.
I am. She's getting the tag list out. So if anybody, like I said, if I did not read your name, please say something. I want to keep an accurate list so that we know how many people are here for the viewership blanket. If you don't know what that is, Lynn is making granny squares. I am live 5 nights a week somewhere. And you can go to bguides.help and let's see where. Each night, we count the number of people that come into our chat, my chat, and then the next day, Lynn will crochet a granny square in a specific color matching how many people came in. So like 10 to 20 is green, 20 to 30 is cranberry, and we go down from there. 1 to 10, 3 to 5, that kind of thing. Right now we have turquoise, green, and cranberry squares, and they're great. So we're trying to get people in. All right, I am going to, again, if I did not read your name, please say something. It's on the desk in there.
Oh, well, not
where it belongs. I'll grab it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's okay, because I'm trying to come in with a young man, and I will read the ones that did not get claimed.
Please don't fall.
The last 2. There. All right. Okay, before we jump on in,
These are not good squares.
let me read a couple of things. If anybody is seeing, hi, Donna, welcome. If anyone is seeing a red cardinal, like the bird, not the team, but a red cardinal, and that bird is visiting you, or you see that bird like all the time, there is a female spirit who was in her 60s in a previous life when she passed away, and she has come back as this bird spirit and is visiting somebody. So if you keep seeing a male cardinal, a bright red bird, please let me know. We'll see about giving you the messages. We also had a female in her 30s to 40s who had a ponytail. She was wearing a prairie skirt and a blouse, and I think she died of some kind of internal. I feel like a gallbladder attack or some kind of internal organ damage. Okay. Hi, Donna. I think I said that, but hi. We also have a male, a very hard worker, worked with his hands. He has an accent. So if that sounds vaguely familiar or familiar enough to say something, and then we have a man in a kilt. He does not have an accent. He's got auburn hair. He's got very, very, very hairy legs. The kilt is red and green if it matters. And he's also got a message. So if your loved one liked kilts or ever wanted to be a kilt wearer, that's it. And then we have a beautiful woman. She's a little older. She's got golden hair. It's done in those finger waves that were popular in the 20s.
If you
Could be
Sean or Anita, if you had an older woman past in her 60s.
Sean is talking about the bird.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the bird.
All right. Let me find that again. So she is related to someone. She was about in her 60s. She is wanting the person to know that she is there. She's soul is in this bird, and this bird is checking up on you, and her spirit is with you. So her new incarnation is coming to you to tell you everything is going to be okay. I'm still here. I'll never, ever leave you. Hi, Brianna Joe. And that is the bird spirit. And if that can be validated by anybody. Oh, hi, Anna. You snuck in on me, girl. Michelle Woods. Gosh, I missed a couple. All right. The cardinal may be for Anita or Sean, but this is the woman who is coming with you in the car or coming to you in the cardinal. Missed you too, Michelle. Was in her 60s. She was a white woman, and her message is, I'm still looking out for you, and she wants you to know that she is in this beautiful cardinal that has come around and that you see a lot. Okay? So, and then the female with the golden hair and the finger waves, she passed before either any of her grandkids or the majority of her grandkids were born. And her message is very simple. Don't call me Granny. Hi, Sue. Don't call me Granny. That's her message. And then we had two more. We had a child, a little boy. He was somewhere between 11 and 13. He had brown hair and brown eyes. He was sick most of his life, and he has a message for his mama. So if you lost a child to a sickness that they had most of their life, Anna, you're welcome. If I get messages, if I say something and it triggers a thought in you, speak up. If you can validate what I say, the spirit may be coming to you to leave a message. And then there's this woman. She worked all of her life. She never married. She did adopt a child from a family member, a little boy, and that boy has a daughter. So she has a granddaughter. She worked very, very hard, and she had all of these plans for things she wanted to do after she retired. She wanted to go to Niagara Falls. She wanted to go to San Francisco, the Grand Canyon. She wanted to take a cruise, and she had the money saved up and everything to do it. But she passed away either just before she retired or just after, before she had a chance to do anything. So
the skirt one could be for Kayla.
Okay. I will get that in a minute. Let me tell you about the 3 animals that are still here from the last couple of Mediumship Live. There's a cow. We think he might have been in a... might have been a 4-H project or some sort of a project for a club or school. She is a gray or blue roan colors, very pretty, very loud. Then we have a blue and red betta fish and a little ferret, a male sable ferret. And then another, nope, that was claimed. Okay, that's the ones that we don't have. Let me see. So the one in the prairie skirt you think might be yours, Kayla? Michelle, that's usually a message from a spirit or spirit guides trying to say hi. Okay, where's my... All right. All right, here. So, Kayla, the woman is wearing a prairie skirt, which is like a skirt and it's got a ruffle on the bottom. It's like mid-calf. And she's wearing this shirt that has elastic around the neckline, and it's pulled so that it's off her shoulders, so her shoulders are bare. And she's got a ponytail. She's got her hair in a ponytail. She was in her 30s to 40s, or at least that's the age she's appearing to me. Brianna, did the beta fish have an accident? Because this beta fish says his message for his person is, it's okay. I know it was an accident. Don't worry. I'm fine now. And the woman in the prairie skirt, Kayla, if that's for you, her message is, I'm sorry that I had to leave. I'm sorry that I made the choices I made, but you're not alone. Even if I'm not here, hi, Pamela, you have so many other spirits taking care of you. And her message is, I'm here for you. We're all here for you. Hi, Katie. Cal's still here. Hasn't been claimed. Kayla, do you know a name? Because I'm not getting a name for this one at all. But if that sounds like you, I'll mark it down and your message is there. You're never alone. I'm either there or some other people. She's referring to other spirits who are there with you, Kayla. So now I'm going to go back.
Yeah, the cow is still here, still bellowing in my dream.
Yeah.
She's been there the last week.
Yep.
That's going to be a week now. She's still there.
I do wish somebody would claim the cow so she could go home.
Yeah.
She is very, very loud.
Oh, thank you, Pamela.
Pamela. That's nice. Her name is Jessica. Okay.
Sean, just because you weren't here for the other lives doesn't mean that message is not for you with the Cardinal, because they show up and then they stay and then they wait
until you do show up.
Until you show up.
And if you don't, they'll be disappointed, but they'll go on.
Yep.
And all right, now let's see. All right. All right. This is if the talk of miscarriage or the death of a baby is going to bother you, this is your trigger warning. Okay. I have a child here who was a miscarriage, who was not carried to term. The soul was already attached, and that may have made it a little bit later in the pregnancy. But this little baby was a miscarriage. And I think she was going to be a little girl. And she wants her mama and her daddy to know that it wasn't her only chance. She will be on Earth, whether it's for you or a child of your children or family members. She has a soul bond with you guys, so she will come back to Earth with either you or somebody close to you. So she wants you to know that, you haven't completely lost her. She will come back. Gina, honey, we're not drawing cards tonight. We're doing Mediumship live, and I am pulling spirits in and giving messages to people. So
if that interests you, stick around.
Yeah, stick around.
We're not doing cards tonight. We will be back to our regularly scheduled events next week.
If you want, that may be it, Brianna. That may be it. But it is possible that that's her and she's coming in a different incarnation to let us know that her soul has moved on.
Pamela, if you had if you thought it was a female energy
and you miscarried it, it could be for anyone. But she is telling me she was about,
I keep hearing 5 to 7, and I'm not sure whether that's months, weeks.
Yeah, I think it's months. She was a very late miscarriage. So we think she was gestational period of maybe 4 months or a little more. because, like I said, she's got a soul. She was a person. She doesn't have much of a personality because it hasn't grown, but she is letting whoever her mommy is, it's possible, Pamela, because I don't know when a soul goes into a baby. Lynn and I both have different ideas about it. So it's possible that it is her. And if that is your lost baby, she is telling you she's going to be back, either for you as a child, for you, or as a child for somebody in your family or in your bloodline, because her soul is attached. You guys have a soul connection.
I keep hearing it didn't happen. I keep hearing it might not have happened for us, but it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be around.
Sue.
She's very positive.
Yeah, it's possible. She's not giving me a solid enough. But if you think this is for you, and this is validated and it resonates with you, and you're able to validate certain things that I am giving you, then that message is for whoever it is, that the baby's soul is going to be back, and she's going to be a member of your family. Maybe not the direct one, but Pamela, I lost children. I had miscarriages, and a little boy who died at 8 hours old. So I feel for you. I really feel for anybody who's had a miscarriage. But she has a soul connection with you, and whoever it is, it wasn't a termination, Anna. It was a miscarriage. It wasn't, it was a spontaneous miscarriage, is what I'm trying to say. Not a medical miscarriage or a medical termination. It was an actual, just the pregnancy failed and the baby died in utero. Didn't make it to life. Pamela, I'm kind of thinking it may be yours. That fits with the age. Again, we don't know when the soul attaches to the fetus, so I think it's later in the pregnancy. Lynn thinks it's earlier in the pregnancy. So,
yeah. We
okay.
have differing opinions even on that.
Yep, Mary. He's here, so.
He is here. He is now grinning.
Okay, Mary, Ronnie is telling me to tell you. Get that hole fixed. I don't know if it's a hole in a pipe or a hole in. I don't know if it's a hole in your new house, or, because I don't think he's speaking metaphysically. I think he's speaking about something physical. There's something at your house that you need to fix. There's something going wrong at your house, something that, or your apartment, or wherever it is that you are moving into. And he is saying there's something that needs to be fixed. And he's saying if Katie, yeah, I mean, that's another viable option. And I can only talk about what I experienced, and what I've been told. But we all have, like I said, Lynn has completely different opinion than I do. And
and they're all correct.
Yep,
nobody
all
is
correct.
wrong.
Nobody is wrong.
We're not saying anybody's wrong, anybody is right. We completely agree that everybody has the right to their own opinion.
And Mary, he's not talking about the old house. He's talking about the new place you're living. He's talking about the new house or the new apartment or wherever it is you moved into. He is saying there's something in that new living place that needs to be fixed. I know, Pamela, it's something that never leaves you. You never get over it. You learn to live with it, but you never get over it. And yeah, Pamela, it seems to be leaning toward you. She is saying, I'm going to be back. It may not be through your body, but I'm going to be back. You're going to know, and you're going to love me. That may be, yeah. Yeah. He's worried about somebody crawling in through it. If he comes up, Sean, I will pass a message along. I haven't heard anybody come in with that. But I will pass that along if he comes up. Or if you want me to find him, we're asking a $15 donation. And our donation sites are listed right up in that sticker above my head.
Mary, from Ronnie, I'm getting, he can't wait to get the desk back up. He wants to play with the lights again.
Yep.
He loves that light, those lamps, or that light that you have.
Yeah.
Where he can play with it, where he messes with it.
He misses that.
He misses that.
He wants to mess with the light.
He is telling me that's one of the ways he shows you he loves you.
He may also, he's not just worried about human people, Mary, he's also worried about something coming in that may be an animal coming in through the broken door. So
I keep seeing a raccoon.
Yeah, I've seen a raccoon as well. So, but Ronnie is worried about that. He says, I can protect you some. Oh no.
Oh no.
How could you? Ronnie's really upset.
Ronnie's like, wait, no, that's my favorite part.
I love doing that. I love giving you messages. I'm trying to do Morse code. He's trying to do Morse code in the flickering of the light.
He likes the lights.
He likes the lights. He likes electricity. He likes playing with your electricity.
Yeah, but I keep seeing those lights on your desk, or however it is.
Uh-huh.
I see this LED light strip. I don't know if it's an LED light strip, but it's this LED light strip, and he moves it around. Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves it. It is like a Ronnie toy.
It is like a Ronnie toy,
but a Ronnie toy.
It's like a cat toy, but a Ronnie toy. And
it's the way he's showing you that he's there.
He's trying to make them flicker in Morse code.
And he sent you a song recently.
Yeah, he sent you a song on the radio recently. And he says you got it. He says you heard it.
You heard it.
Well, blue is for boys. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
But yeah, I keep hearing that he sent you a song. I'm not sure what the song is. He's not letting me hear the song. He did get it. Good. Good. I'm glad you got it, because I keep hearing, I sent her a song. I sent her a song when she was low. Awesome.
While I'm getting the spirits to let me talk to one at a time, if you want a 3-card tarot and an oracle card, which is our normal thing, you can get that for $10. Send a donation, come back and say you donated, and Lynn will get you that. If you want a 3 tarot card love reading or a 1 card love reading, the 3 card is 8, the 1 card is 4. Okay, I have a very strong spirit coming in. This is a male. He either was in the military or he was just a really strict disciplinarian. He says it was the fly, Mary. That's what he just told me. It was the fly. You got the gift. It was a fly. You gave her a dead fly? Oh, it was alive when he put it there. Their energy is not, if you've ever felt being touched by a spirit, when their energy touches yours, it's an odd feeling. So, it might have been too much for the poor little fly. But he says it was alive when he put it there. Okay. This is maybe for you, Sean. Let me give you a little more information. Iva wants a 3.
Yep.
Lynn will get that while I'm trying to get more information. Okay.
All right, Iva. Let me get you your...
I'm getting as much information as I can, but he's talking very fast.
Mary, Ronnie keeps showing me horror movies now, revolving around flies. So, thanks for that.
Thanks.
All right, Iva. I think horror movie vibes. Yeah. He's giving me, the horror movie Lord of the Flies or something.
That is the horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's really scary. They're really
I've never
disturbing.
watched it. I don't watch horror movies.
I've watched parts of it. He basically tries
You don't have to. I'm good.
Okay. The fly gets in his machine. Not pretty.
Ivy.
Iva. What do I want to call her? Ivy. I've done that too.
Ivy. That is somebody's nickname for you. Iva. 3 of Wands reversed is the first one up. Returning home. Holding on to the past. The 2 of Cups, which is indulgence and happiness. And the 10 of Coins, reversed. Which can talk about financial issues, but for you, I think it's talking about family fallout. I know you just went to a dinner with your family recently, and I think this is what this is talking about. I think this is talking about that dinner. I can hear Daniel telling me that I was there. He was there. Something you talked about during that dinner really stuck with him. Not sure what it is, but something you were talking about at dinner the other night. That's what this feels like this is about. Iva, did that family dinner not end up well? I'm going to draw you one more card, because this is all about the party, happiness. You went into that family dinner so happy, you were enjoying it. And then something happened. The letters, it could be. He's not showing me what it was. He's showing me that something that night really is sticking with him. It's, as he puts it, stuck in his craw. Stuck. And he's been thinking about it.
Okay.
And Iva, the fourth card I drew you was the 8 of Cups, another Cups. And it talks about that disappointment. I think that dinner did not go perfectly as planned, but I think you got a lot of information out of that dinner. Yeah.
Hi, Karen.
Daniel is showing me this dinner, and he's showing me you talking about can you get what he's saying? He's talking about, I can't get whether it's, oh gosh. He's saying he's very enthusiastic, and it's overwhelming my brain.
He's saying that something that you learned,
Hi, Karen,
kind of opened your eyes about something, or something you got.
The letters, there's something about, Iva says there's letters, but I'm not sure what the letters are. He's not showing me letters.
Yeah, he's saying they're personal.
Yeah, he keeps saying that's personal.
That's personal. I don't want that. I'm not gonna show that to everybody. I'm not gonna tell everybody about it. I'll do this privately, but I'm not going to tell on camera. He's not. Anyway.
Yeah. Something about that night did not go as planned. There was disappointment. There was sadness when there should have been happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting. There was disappointments
and it may be
disagreements.
It may be something that you actually think about, or it becomes clear to you at a later date, or it even could be not that family gathering, but another one.
Yeah, one coming up very soon.
It's something that really, you need the unicorn?
Yeah.
It's something that really, really,
it's really sticking with Daniel.
Yeah, it's really sticking with him.
And remember that time works differently with them, so it may be a conversation that you're going to have.
Yeah. But he's saying you're going to find out some things though that you want to know.
Yeah. You're going to find out something you've been looking forward to knowing.
You've been looking forward to knowing. That's what he's telling you, is at this family dinner, you're going to get information that's going to fall into place and make something clear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was struggling there because
you're medium light. You're still learning.
He was talking very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Which is very different for Daniel.
Daniel is not usually
Daniel's usually stoic.
He's very stoic and calm to us. And he doesn't like to show a lot of emotion. He'll talk about things, but he doesn't like to show emotion. Oh,
Iva, the beautiful card you got with love.
Daniel loves you.
Yep. The answer you're seeking is love.
And with love is acceptance of all your flaws.
Love is acceptance. And
okay. Yeah.
There's definite acceptance.
Love is about acceptance and accepting everybody's flaws and all.
Yep.
All right. Okay, here's the rest. Sean, hi. Queen-ish lovely. Okay, Queenish lovely. Okay, Sean, this is the other information I've gotten from this spirit. This is a very strong spirit. He either was a military person or he was a very strict disciplinarian. He expected, if he said jump, people were to, ask how high on the way up. He, I think his name may have started with an M, an N, but there's an S in there somewhere. He either did push-ups or he expected somebody to do push-ups, and he always complained about someone's hair. Catherine, this is the mediumship light. We're not drawing cards unless you want to go donate for a 3 tarot and an oracle card for $10, 3 tarot cards about your love life for $8, or a single tarot card about your love life for $4. But other than that, we're just giving messages from spirit. So stick around. You may get a message. This guy, he liked jazz. He liked jazz music. And he worked on something like a hobby that required a lot of concentration, like building those really tiny, intricate models of things, or painting the little miniatures, something along that line that it required a lot of concentration. And he always wore slacks. He didn't like jeans. He wore slacks with, how they iron them so that pleat or whatever you call it is like really sharp. That's what he preferred. That's what I've got. If that resonates with anyone, speak up. Again, he's very strong. He's got that military posture. He's got salt and pepper hair cut really short. Something about push-ups, and I can't get out of him whether it was he enjoyed doing push-ups. Not your father. I'm sorry, Sean. He enjoyed doing push-ups, or he made someone do push-ups, like drop and give me 20. That kind of thing is what he's saying.
Drill sergeant.
Yeah, the drill sergeant attitude, but it was with his family or somebody like that. It wasn't with people under him, although I think he was really strict on that too. Okay, if that resonates with anyone, speak up. Like I said, he was either military.
Did he smoke by any chance?
Yes. Yeah, he smoked. he's grumbling because we don't allow smoking in this house. Even spirits don't get to smoke.
No, because Lynn's asthma acts up even with spirit
Even
smoke.
with spirit smoke, her asthma acts up. So we don't allow smoking, and he's complaining that he can't smoke. So it could be Kayla. If it is whoever it is, like I said, he is saying, he's saying the kid needs more discipline in his life. You're letting him get away with things, and he's going to ruin him as an adult.
Ugh.
The kid gets away with too much. You're spoiling him. I'm not seeing a pipe, but I am seeing I don't see a filter on it, but I'm not getting a really close look because he left it outside. He left what he was smoking outside because we don't allow it here. So I'm not getting a really clear look on that one. Okay, he says he did smoke a pipe sometimes, but not either not always or not.
Not a grandpa then.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't like jeans. He liked slacks. So if that resonates, let me know. Because I've got about 5 already lining up. Okay, this is a female. She's got a very nurturing, motherly vibe. It's somebody she was a very motherly person. I think her name might start with an N or an M. I'm seeing a lot of books around her. So she was either a reader, a really voracious like reader, or worked at a bookstore or library. But she shows us surrounded by books. The military man says that he smoked a pipe when he was young, or some kind of a tobacco thing. But yeah, he smoked. Okay. She's, like I said, she is surrounded by books. She is, when in her later years, she was a little plump, you know. Yeah. Probably not then, Kayla, because he's showing me that he smoked a pipe at one point, and those filterless cigarettes, I can't remember what they are, but they didn't have a filter. So it's either a hand-rolled cigarette or there's a brand that doesn't have filters. I can't remember the name. Okay, this lady got to be a little plump, but she says, he says, you can call him Ralph. He says that's one of his names.
A cigar?
Yeah. That's very much possible because it's, like I said, it's not a traditional cigarette. I actually heard cigar, but I second guessed myself. Yeah, he says, you can call me Ralph. That was one of the names I carried. Because he's transitioned, he sees and understands previous lives. So that's why names are so problematic for me, because they remember all their names that they have had, or they acknowledge none of them. So they've all had a lot of names in the past. But he says, yeah, Ralph was one of the names I went by. But he's also saying, something about his middle name. I don't know. Okay, this female is standing here. She's very patient. She says,
Of course, she's patient. She's a reader.
She says that, and she is very, very patient. And she says, when I was young, I was a looker. Anna, yeah, that may definitely be. Again, he's got that. He had something about push-ups, but he had salt and pepper hair, and it was really cut short, is what I'm seeing. The lady with the books. Her hair. I'm trying to describe it. It's, the earlier years, the 50s or the 60s, when they had those big curlers and they'd curl their hair, and then they put a bonnet over it. And when they took it out, when it dried, it was like not feathered, but just like curls that they brushed out. But now I will say, her hair is either short or she's got it like in a bun or something. I can't see her from behind. She's looking at me. So it's either short or she's got it in a bun. All right, he's acknowledging that. Now, has that bird passed? Because he's making reference to a bird that's still with him, or that's back with him, or around him. But he's not showing me the bird.
Yes, the bird has passed.
The bird has passed, yeah. Because he's showing me this bird is still with him. But he's saying, unfortunately, neither one of us can drink anymore. Neither one of us can drink whiskey anymore. Though we like the smell when others do. So if somebody in your house or somebody in your family drinks whiskey, he says to tell you he smells it. He misses it he misses the taste. He misses that.
Marlowe.
That's being, validated, I guess, by her. She's talking about, do you know somebody named Elizabeth or Bethany or some variation of Elizabeth? She's trying to prove validations. Yeah, Anna, I think this is your uncle. I think, and he's saying that the person who drinks it too fast.
Bethany.
Okay, Bethany. That's who she's referring to. That's how she's validating who she is, Kayla. She says Bethany is with me. So, Anna, if this is your uncle, and I think it is, he is telling me that somebody in your family can still hear his laugh or still smells the whatever he's smoking. Sometimes that smell will waft across them and they smell it. And he says that's how he's showing that he's around by that. And he has got this. He's got a sense of humor, but it's very dry. Okay, so Kayla, if this is, everything seems to be
hot off the Lynn presses. Code Cranberry from last night.
From last night's live, Code Cranberry. We had 34 people last night. I'm aiming for 41 people so we can get purple added. Okay.
Hello, Heather Graham.
Hey, Heather. Yeah. He's here and telling you that he still tries to give his family these signs, smelling the smoking he's doing or his aftershave. He's showing me Old Spice. Because he's showing me that bottle that, him, that sort of thing. My grandpa used to use Old Spice. That's why I recognize the bottle. But he's showing me that. Kayla, I think Marlo then is saying, she's so proud. But she says, Bethany's with me and we've been watching and cheering you on. She's showing me them going, yay, Kayla, 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 you got this, yes. Every time you do something that's a success or that is positive, they're like, yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Pamela.
Thank you, Pamela. So Kayla, I think this one is your family member. Thank you. We love that.
This is my actual mama.
Yep, that's
my baby girl.
She may be mama
to everybody else, but this is my actual mama.
Yes, I actually had that one. So
my mama.
I just adopted the rest of you.
And you do. If you stand still long enough, she will adopt you.
I will adopt you.
You will become part of the family.
You do. I'm
just by coming in here, you become part of the family.
You become part of our family. All right. We got another male coming in. And this one is a younger male. I put his age, it's really hard to guess his age. Really hard to guess his age. He's got one of those faces. He is telling me, like I said, I'm his age, I can't tell. It's anywhere between 20s and 30s, maybe 40s. He's got one of those faces and he's still got dark hair. Like I said, he's still got dark hair. So I think it was Old Spice, Anna, because Kayla, I'll check that in a second. Let me get this spirit happy. Okay. This spirit is a male. He does have, I can't tell if his hair is like dishwater blonde or brunette. And he tells me it was both at one time or another. He's got wet hair. I don't know why, but it's some sort of hint or message or something. But his hair is wet. That's why I can't tell if it's blonde or dark. like I said, I would anywhere from the 20s to the 30s. He is taking accountability for his death, and that can mean suicide. That can mean he made bad changes,
Bad choices
or bad decisions that led to his death. But he's saying that he is responsible for his own demise. He's telling me, he's showing me a car. I'm not sure if he died in a car accident or there's something about this car.
I keep seeing a car going into water. That's what I keep saying. When you said car, I was like, what? Mother, why are we talking to the same one? I was looking for somebody else.
Yeah. Lynn is seeing a car going into water. I'm not seeing an actual accident or anything like that.
I keep seeing like a car either going into water or someone hydroplaning across water.
Yeah, or ice or something like that. There's some water involved. It could have been raining, something like that. But his hair is wet, and that's a hint on something. But he's, like I said, he's taking responsibility for his death.
Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal. And he is saying,
No, it won't be him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this, he says, I didn't really want to die, but I didn't want to live either. No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I didn't want to die, but living was so hard. That's how he put it.
It is. Like I said, I keep seeing this car either hydroplaning and going off
the road or into a tree or a wall or something like that.
Or going off of the road and into water. So his hair is wet, and I keep seeing.
I'm pretty sure he died in some sort of an accident involving a car. I'm not even sure he was driving, although he probably was.
I can't see that.
He I can't even see the car. I can see the car, but I can't tell what make and model it is. I don't know cars, so
all I see is the interior.
Yeah, and he, like I said, I don't think he actually meant to die, but he was really depressed. Yeah, it's really tragic. So, did Kayla, and this is going to sound really, really weird, did Callum, was he doing, like,
he was self-harming.
So. Self-harming?
Yeah.
But in a, not trying to kill himself, but just, because I am seeing it, I'm seeing him cutting off his air supply on purpose or stopping him from breathing on purpose because of a feeling he got. And I can't tell whether it was a sexual thing or whether it was just what he did. And he'd always come out before, he'd done it before and it never killed him, but he got some sort of a feeling from it. I'm not sure what. But I do have a spirit here who did suffocate. He just walked in the door. Now, He is showing me like the 98-pound weakling. Yeah, if we're on the same person, and I think we are, he says that it was the only way to get his feelings out, or the only way to feel good about something. I'm not sure how that makes you feel good. But he is saying he did it a lot of times before. And he's showing me putting it on and intending to take it or cut it, take it off, get out of it. But something happened and he passed out. And when he passed out, now, I'm seeing him marry. Yeah, I've heard that. I've never been a self-harmer, so I don't have that mindset. But that's what he's telling me, is it's the only way he could control something. Controlling his breathing, or controlling what he was doing.
Controlling how he was feeling.
Controlling how he was feeling is what he was doing. But he says, I didn't actually mean to die. I just, for that time, I didn't get to it soon enough, and I passed out. And since I had a bag, I suffocated. And he knows that. Now, are his children like younger? Because he's showing me, what he's showing me right now is a little boy and a little girl. I'm not sure whether these are his, or he's trying to talk about somebody who has them. But he's showing me a little boy and a little girl, like little, like, you know, I don't think they're teenagers yet. I think that they're under teenagers. But he's showing me these two children. Yeah. Okay. Was it a boy and a girl, or, because that's what he's showing me, is a boy and a girl. Okay. Yeah, I think he's here, and he wants you to know that he didn't mean to. He wasn't trying to. Okay, he's using the word off himself. But he knows, he wants you guys to know that he did not mean for that to happen, but he passed out and he wasn't able to get the bag off soon enough. He says, I pushed it, each time I did it, I pushed it a little further, and that time I pushed it too far. Going back for a minute to this male who died in I'm not sure, some kind of water. It was either raining or he went into the water, something like that. He was depressed, and I get this feeling of him accelerating in a car. So I don't know if he was aiming for something or he was just going fast, but I see this, the car accelerating. So I'm pretty sure he died in a car accident. Yeah. He is telling me that this hurting himself, like Mary said, pain canceled pain. He was doing it. And because it was a means of controlling his breathing gave him some control, and he felt he was completely out of control, that his life was out of it. It made him sad and depressed, because he was supposed to be the man of the house. He was supposed to be the breadwinner, and his business was supposed to thrive, and it didn't. And he really didn't know how to deal with that. Yeah. Anna, I believe we have your Caleb here, and he wants you to know. And he says he knows people say he did it. He was trying to kill himself, but he wants people to know he really wasn't. He just miscalculated. And he says he's still watching out for his kids. He's still watching out for the kids. He's still trying to help them. He's saying it traumatized them, obviously. And he's telling me that I think it's the little girl is not doing so well in school or something. She's not, you know, she's not like failing, but she's not living up to her potential. And she's got a whole lot of really bad thoughts that happened or that she's feeling. He's worried they're going to follow in his footsteps. They're worried that they're going to start doing what he did. So he is wanting you to tell somebody that he is watching the kids. He's doing his best. Yeah, she's right. He wasn't trying to kill himself. He was just trying to control something, and make the pain go away. And that's the only way he knew how to do it. So yeah, it wasn't a suicide. The guy in the car is coming back again. And he is really, I don't know if it was raining or snowing, and after he crashed, he got out or was thrown out of the vehicle and got his hair wet that way, or whether the vehicle went into water, like a river or lake or something, and he got wet that way. But his hair is soaking wet. And he's dripping on my floor. So it has something to do with water. And if that resonates with you, message me privately if you don't want to say on the list, or on the chat. But
someone stole my crochet hook.
Spirits are getting pushy. They just stole Lynn's crochet hook. Okay, let's go back on the road. Oh, goody. Okay, fine, Ronnie. Bring it forth. Okay. Okay. I have the female. She's been here before, and I think she's Karen's. He is okay. He knows what happened. He's been through the transition, Anna. He's choosing to come back and watch his kids grow up, but he has transitioned. He could move on, but he's choosing to wait. And time moves differently, so he's technically not waiting. Some of his soul's probably already reincarnated somewhere in time, but he is trying to stay near his kids. But he is okay, and he wants you to know that he is okay.
Found it.
When that is dropped her hook.
That was me.
So
sorry, guys.
But he is saying, just please let them know, Mom's right. I didn't do it on purpose, but I'm okay. You don't have to worry about me. My soul is fine. I've done what I needed to do, and now I'm trying to be a guide and a guardian for my children. Like I should have been living and doing it, but I'm not, so I'm doing it this way. The female who died during surgery, I think Karen said this was her friend the last time she came through. It was elective surgery. It was not a medically required surgery. Yeah, that is sad, Anna. It's always sad when a young person dies, but it's sad when anyone dies. Yeah, she is back here, Karen. And Okay. She is saying her exact words, and I'm going to just quote her here. Missy is a hoot. She's showing me staying around or standing next to Missy. I presume they knew each other in life, but I don't know for sure. But she is showing me standing next to Missy, and okay, this is kind of weird. They're playing some sort of bingo. But not like call out the number bingo. This is kind of like if somebody says this word or somebody does this action, then you mark it on your bingo card.
Missy says she'd drink if she could drink.
Yep. She would drink if she could drink.
Missy says it would be drinking bingo if they could drink.
It would be drinking bingo if they could drink, but since they can't, it's bingo like if somebody says, I don't believe in ghosts, then they'd mark that off their bingo card. But they're playing bingo with somebody. One of the things is, I don't want to go to work today. And that's one of the things that's on their bingo card is somebody saying, I don't want to go to work today. And then, if somebody says the F word, this bingo is that kind of a bingo where you are listening for certain people or a certain group of people to say certain words. And she wants you to know that she is acknowledging that you were there for her. I'm not sure whether it was there for her and her family, so I'm not sure if it was prior to her death or after her death. But she's showing me how thankful she is for what you did after she died. She is like, I am so thankful she did things that nobody should have had to, but I am so thankful she did this. So she is thanking you for something that you did for her. Again, I'm not sure if it's before death or after, but she's thanking you for what you did. And we have, Ronnie has brought another female in for me. Ronnie is now acting as my gatekeeper, which one of these sessions, it's very helpful to have somebody that keeps the spirits in line and just allows them in one or two at a time. So I have a female. She's okay. She's appearing to be about 25 to 30, but I think she may have been older when she passed. He's really good and he's very, very helpful.
Bouncer. It's like a bouncer at a bar.
Gotcha. He's helping a lot. It helps to have a gatekeeper to keep them in order so that they're not all shouting at me at once. Okay, this woman is showing me herself at 25 to 30. That's how she's presenting, but I feel like she died as an older woman. She's showing me, she may have had dementia because she's showing me confusion that went away when she transitioned. She's very conscious and all now, very cognizant now, but she's showing me that it may have been dementia, Alzheimer's, something like that. She is telling me that, okay, she's chosen to appear as 25 to 30 because she shouldn't want to grow old. She didn't have any plans for growing old. She really wanted to stay young, so now she's appearing young. She may have had dementia or Alzheimer's. And there was some other illness that she suffered from. I'm not sure what it was, but it's an illness that she had for a while. So a few years, a couple of decades, something like that. She had this other disease for a while. But she did develop dementia dementia or Alzheimer's. I know they're separate, but they're coming across the same to me. Yeah, Anna, it could have been. That's the first thought I had was diabetes, but it could have been something else. But she did have this illness. Now she's telling me the 90s or 90s. So I don't know if she was in her 90s when she passed or she passed in the 90s. She's just telling me 90s. 90s. So again, I don't know whether that was her age when she passed or whether that was that she passed somewhere in the 90s, or it's also possible that, well, no, I'm not sure on that one. I asked if she was, I asked her name, and she told me to guess. That she's not going to give me any hints. And she's got this little smile on her face, like this little smirk. No.
Hi, Thalia.
Hi, Thalia. It's possible. Can you at least give me an initial?
Well, I can help narrow it down a little bit.
Okay.
She's having stomach issues. I don't know if it's
around her death date?
Yeah.
So toward her death, she had stomach issues.
She had severe stomach pains.
Really severe. I'm not sensing COPD. I'm not sensing a lung issue. But I am. Lynn is feeling that it was tummy.
I'm feeling she had something going on with the
Heather, that may be it.
That may be it. That the ulcer very well could
be. The ulcer fits
what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot of pain in my abdomen.
Yep.
She could stop at any point.
Yeah. Shield, my love. Shield.
Yeah. Well, I'm lowering my shield so that you can have my energy.
That's fine. Keep it for now and just shield against that because you don't need to be feeling that. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Yeah. Blood clots, that would fit on some of the things because she's also showing pain in her arms and legs. She's not showing me like COPD, but she is showing me like shortness of breath, but not from COPD, I don't think. Okay. She is bringing up the letter. I can't tell if that's an E or an F. And I don't know if that's her name. Or the name of somebody she's close to. But it starts with an E or an F. And, okay, she's showing me a tiny baby dressed all in pink. And she's showing me, all I'm seeing right now is like this wrinkled hand with the wrinkles all over it. And she's holding this tiny little baby's hand. And it's, you know how babies wrap their fingers around your fingers and you do that for them? That's what she's showing me is her hand and this tiny baby's hand. And the baby's hand is wrapped around her finger. And she's going, yes, hi. And I don't know if that happened in life or after she had passed, but that's...
Could it be Emma?
It could be Emma. Heather, I'm thinking this may be yours, but again, she's giving me an E or an F, but as a name somewhere, but not, she's not giving me her name. But she is also saying, that,
could it be Patricia that she's ignoring?
It is possible. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Welcome back, Heather Graham.
Welcome back, Heather. She is showing me also that she was a bit stubborn. A bit stubborn. And that she's telling me she didn't like to go to the doctors because every time you go to the doctors, it costs you money and they always find something that is going to cost you more money. So she didn't like going to the doctor. But she may, in her younger years, have been. Yeah. She did not like doctors. But she was very stubborn. But she says just a bit, but I think we're talking about the same person. I think she was very, very stubborn. She didn't like doctors because the doctors always charged too much and they always found something wrong with you that you had to pay more money for. Out. I believe this is Heather's grandmother.
Emma's great grandmother.
Yeah. I think we settled. I think this one is a message for Heather. Okay, yeah, Heather, we've got your grandma here, and she is saying that
I feel better now.
We got a validation, so she's going to not share anymore. I hope. She is saying, first of all, that was a dirty trick, and second of all, you did good, kid. You are doing a lot of soul searching and a lot of work on you. But she says, I'm so proud of both of them. And now she is making reference to a son or a son-in-law, somebody that would be in that son position. And she is saying he's having financial issues. I'm not sure if it's Kayla. I don't know. She never gave me a name. And she's either outside or not here this time. So she never gave me a name, but she had a ponytail. She was wearing the prairie skirt and that specific style of blouse. And it may have been Jessica. She didn't give me any clues on names. But we will go back and talk about her in a minute. She's on a different page right now, so I will go back and bring her. I will try and get her back here, Ronnie. Okay, thank you. I like having him as a gatekeeper. Yeah, Heather Lynn, your grandma is talking about a male that is having financial issues, and it would be someone, either a son, a son-in-law, a nephew, someone in that age bracket, not age bracket, but
generational
thing. So I don't know if that resonates with you in that one, but she is bringing that up and saying, somebody, he needs some guidance. He needs some tips from somebody. So, all right. I like it when they get validated and it resonates with people and they get validated. Okay, here we go. Male. He died.
Go back to Jessica.
Oh, yeah, I've got to go to a different page, but let me go back and see if it's a Jessica. Ronnie's cat is finding her. I just sent Ronnie to go find her. Okay. Good, Heather. She's wanting to pass that message on, and that she loves you. She loves all of you, her whole family. She's showing me that there were problems in the family at times, and there were times that she didn't talk to somebody because of her stubbornness, but she says she really loves her family. And she is there when they cross over. Kayla, the female, with the ponytail and the prairie skirt, she passed by an internal, I'm seeing dark hair. And she passed from some sort of an internal organ issue. May have been like gallbladder, where the stone got stuck and caused issues. Could have been kidneys or liver. It's some sort of an abdominal organ that caused her death. Could have been a bleeding spleen as well. Could have been something like that. She was in her 30s or 40s, or at least that's what she's appearing as. And it had, like I said, it had something to do. Yeah, that would be a good bit. Okay, Ronnie's bringing her in. Is your name Jessica? She is telling me, did anybody ever call her Jess or Jessie? And she's making reference, Kayla, to somebody named Mike or Michael. So she's making reference. Jess, sometimes, yeah, I think we may have found her person. So Kayla, yes. And her message for her people is, one, she loves you. And she is, okay, so Michael is your pop. Okay, we've got this then. This is for you, baby. And she's saying, I want you to tell everybody how much I love them. I want you to pass on that I came here and I love them and I'm watching out for them. But she's worried about this Mike or Michael, and if she's worried about him. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. He's not doing the right thing. So she is telling you to tell this person that he needs to shape up because he's going to get himself hurt or in trouble. And she's worried about him. But yes, I think we found someone that is, Jessica. So that's good. I'm glad she was sad. All right. I've got a male spirit. And this time I'm going to say he died in his 20s. He's got a little bit of longish hair, not like down his back or anything, but his hair is a little longer than some of the males we've had come in here. Hey, it's okay, Elspeth. Welcome, honey. We're here for a while.
At least another half an hour.
At least another half an hour. Or until the spirits start making me drain her. He's got longish hair. He is telling me that this is another one who's taking responsibility for his death. No, we've got a couple of others, Anna, including the cow. Can somebody please find somebody to claim this cow? Okay. This male, he died in his 20s. I am not sure. There's some trauma in the upper body, chest, throat, head. There's trauma up in the upper body. I am going to say that he did something to himself that involved chest, neck. So I don't know if a gun was involved. He's not showing me that aspect. He's not actually showing me his death. He's just showing me that it had something to do with the upper. So either like a rope hanging or a gunshot or a knife, something along that lines. Yeah, I'd call it blonde. But he's not given me a name yet. He's telling me No, he's telling me his name started with an M. I would call him a blonde. He's not as blonde as she is. His hair is a little bit less blonde. I can't come up with a thing, but he's giving me the initial M, and I'm not sure. It could be his initial, could be the initial somebody he cares about. He's also saying that he liked to party. And he had some frenemies that he thought were his good friends. And he ended up regretting finding out that they weren't. So, yeah, I don't know whether his name starts with an M or something he's trying to get across starts with an M, and then there's an S in there. There's an S, something with an S as well. He is wearing jeans and a t-shirt with, I have absolutely no idea. It's a band shirt, I think. I'm not up.
Hi, Melanie. We're not doing runes tonight. We are doing Mediumship live.
Yep. If you want me to go try and find a specific spirit, we are asking a $15 donation for me to go find them. But you are welcome to just sit here and see if something resonates with the spirits that are giving the information. I'm passing it along, and see if something resonates. You may get a message from spirit. Okay. This person says that he thought that people were his friends, but he misjudged them. Hi, Geoff. Welcome. But he says he liked to party. He may have been either in college or lived near a college. And he's showing me some sort of a musical instrument. Guitar, bass. Something along that. He's showing me an instrument. I don't know, Karen. He doesn't want to. I have an aversion to hanging, and they sense that. So he doesn't want to show me his death, because sometimes when they share their death with me, I actually feel their death, and I'm trying not to. So he's not showing me exactly. He just is telling me I'm just feeling the problem from the chest up. And usually that's hanging, that's a gunshot wound, something along that, or crushed skull, something along that. Is his father with it? No, his father's still alive. So's his mom. His parents are still alive. Although maybe his stepfather. I can't really tell, but he's calling him Dad. Hi, Jocelyn. Welcome. The only initials he's giving me right now, Kayla, are an M and an S. But he did like to party. He's wearing jeans and a band t-shirt, and I can't tell what band it is, but then I don't know a lot of bands.
Stick with us, Melanie. You may get a reading. If they show up here, we're giving out.
We're giving the readings
messages.
that show up.
We have a nice little gatekeeper who is helping keep us.
Yes, he's keeping things really good. Okay, so this young man was musical. He played an instrument. M or an S, either his name or names of somebody important to him. The upper body trauma. And he either was in college or lived near a college. It's possible, Elspeth. I don't think so, Anna. He's showing me okay. I think it was definitely a suicide for him. Not just taking responsibility by making the wrong decisions, but I think he actually meant to do what he did. He regretted it as soon as it happened, but I believe he meant to do it. I believe it was a suicide. He does say, he didn't want to mess up his face. He wanted an open casket.
Disturbing.
Yeah, very. That is really disturbing.
Mama is not giving runes today. We are just doing mediumship live, Jocelyn.
Yep, we're giving messages from spirit. Okay, I have an older gentleman now. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot the ER. He passed from a stroke or a heart attack or pulmonary embolism, something in the chest area. But stick around, Jocelyn. There's no telling what spirits are going to come in. I can't really judge. Somewhere looks to be in his 50s. He could be up older than that. He took care of himself, at least when he was younger, he took care of himself. As he got older, he got a little bit heavier. But yeah, this is an older gentleman. He died from either heart attack, stroke, a pulmonary embolism, blood clot, something like that. He's got gray hair, and it's not military short, but it's short. And hi, Pauline. He has, he's got a lot of laugh lines at the corner of his eyes. I think he loved to make people smile. Hi, Pauline. Welcome, babe. He is saying, he's talking about his wife, and either she was there when he died, or she went to the hospital with him, or at some point she was holding his hand, and he was already outside of his body. His body, he says, my heart didn't know enough to stop, but I was outside my body. And he says his wife was right there beside him, and they were married for a while. I can't tell you how long, but he's saying gold and silver. So I don't know if that's like the anniversary things. I never figured those out. But he's telling me gold and silver, and he says we were married for a long time. We knew each other back and forth. He's not giving me a name yet, so I'm going to give him a little bit more information, and maybe he'll give me his name. He is telling me somebody close to him has a J in their name. Not sure if it's him or somebody close to him has a J in their name. He says, I wasn't scared to die. I don't know, Anna. I never keep track of it. So I honestly don't know. He says, I wasn't afraid to die. The only thing I hated was leaving my wife. I didn't want to leave my wife. So I kind of held off on transition. And then my mom came and talked me into going through transition because she told me I could come back after I went and did this. Yeah, there's a J either in his name or the name of somebody, and an M as well. He either had this event, TIA, stroke, heart attack, blood clot, either in a recliner or laying in his bed, because he shows me lounging. So either in bed or in a recliner when it started.
50th is gold.
50th is gold.
25th is silver.
Okay. So he may be saying they were married 25 years. Oh, more than 25 years, not as many as 50. So, okay, Thalia, that's your dad. Okay. Can you validate the J and the M names? Because he's putting a J and the M out there. He's saying he was married for quite a while. And his wife, he says they had a routine. And he says she still goes and does her routine, but it had to change, obviously. So he is very worried about his wife. He's not making a mention in specific about kids, but he's very worried about his wife. He says that, okay, this is going to sound a little, I don't know, but he is saying that his wife has gone to other mediums who have told her things that were not true, that he was standing there in front of the other mediums going, excuse me, hello, and they didn't see him. So, yeah, his wife, I believe his wife is still alive. But he's worried that she's being scammed, because he says she talked to another medium, or multiple mediums maybe, and he says that medium didn't know he was there. He was, waving his arms, putting his hand in front of her face, and she didn't acknowledge him at all. So he is saying that whatever it was that his wife paid, that she was getting scammed, because she was not telling what really was, and she couldn't see him. And that's what really annoyed him, is she was giving messages, and some of the messages were ones that he would have given. I love you. I miss you. I know I'm always with you. But there were, she didn't see him, and he's stuck on that. She didn't see me. So he's saying the message, while would have been something he probably would have said, but because she didn't see or hear him, he's saying that, his wife got taken, basically. He is also showing me that I'm not sure if it's like broken heart syndrome, or his wife is having issues mentally or physically. Obviously she would have issues with grief, but he is saying, it's really bad. I'm really worried about her, and they don't check on her enough. So I don't know if it's kids don't check on her, neighbors, nurses, something don't check on her enough. And he's really, really worried. But he's more worried about his wife wasting all of her money on people that aren't connecting with him or not seeing him. He's really caught up on that. Okay, we'll move on.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay. Go for it.
There is a cat. I can hear him.
Okay.
It is a him. I can hear him. I have not seen him yet. But I can hear this cat.
Does he have a very unique meow?
Very.
He has a very unique meow. It's not like other cats meow. It's like not like meow.
No,
meow.
it's a
Meow.
no.
I can't do a cat sound, so
Don't help.
I'm trying. All right.
But there is a cat meowing. And we don't have stray cats in this area.
So it is a spirit cat.
It is a spirit cat. It's shy.
It's very shy, okay.
Because it's hiding behind my chair. I can see it now.
Is it a Siamese sounding like wow?
Could be.
Could be a Siamese.
Could be a Siamese. Very well could be a Siamese. They are, he is.
They are vocal, I do know that.
Called Tigger. Very well could be a Tigger. But they are very loud.
And that very unique
And
meow.
it's a very distinctive meow. They're very shy. They are... They're either a dark Siamese or a black. I can't... They're hiding behind my chair. So it's hard to see them.
You might... I keep seeing two different colored eyes.
Yeah, I keep seeing the two different colored eyes too. Either they had two different colored eyes, or
they've been a different cat for you.
It's been two souls.
Yeah.
It's been
possible
multiple cats.
Because
and I'm also feeling that this cat has been a cat before and will be a cat again.
He likes being a cat.
Adamant that he likes being a cat.
Okay. So he's got two different colored eyes, and we don't know if that's because in one life he had the green eyes and the other life he had like
blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
One green, one blue.
One green, one blue. So
okay, he's also not got a lot of teeth left.
Okay.
This one's a boy, and he is... Animals can be hard to pin down gender on, but this one is acting like a male. And he is showing up to say...
Is he neutered?
He hasn't sprayed anything.
That's a good sign.
I mean,
no
that would be awkward.
Spraying. Yeah, we're not going to look and check, but
no, he's showing me this. No, Crystal, we're doing so. Mediumship Live is, if you want us to pin down a specific spirit, we ask a $15 donation. If a spirit comes in, shows us what they're here for, like with this cat. This is for anybody. Could be your cat. This could be somebody else's cat.
Basically, if what we tell you resonates and you think it might be a spirit that is in your life or was in your life, we ask that you ask questions or we try to validate what we are saying.
Midnight doesn't sound right.
No. So we're talking to the spirits. They're giving us information that we are sharing with you. And then, if you are just here hanging out with us, you are welcome, and we love it that you are here. And if you want us to find a specific spirit, we can do that for the $15 donation. However, if your loved one has a message and they are here, and they give us the message, we will certainly pass it on. So pay attention to how we're describing things. And if something resonates with you, speak up and tell us, and I'll try to get more information.
We also have a $10 tarot and an oracle read.
Yep.
Or $8
for a
three-card romance read, or a $4 for a state of the romance read.
Yep. We still have our biggest one is the 3 tarot cards and an oracle card for $10.
Yep.
And you can do that at any time. Just go make the donation, come on back here and tell us. Okay. This older gentleman, like I said, he's really worried about his wife.
I'm not getting a name from the cat, guys. He is just being very pesky.
Yeah.
He's sitting over in the corner, just tucked in. Don't look at me. I'm like, I already noticed you, bud.
The cat is a male cat. He's got a very, very unique meow. And he's got 2 different colored eyes.
Yeah.
But we don't know whether that's because there are 2 different incarnations that he's representing, or if he just had 2 colored eyes.
And I can't tell whether he's black or Siamese.
And he does not have many teeth.
Yeah, he's not got many teeth at all.
Yeah. So
he is full on gumming it. Almost. He's got I keep seeing a snaggle tooth like Taco used to have.
Yeah, poor Taco hadn't have many teeth at all, and I kept finding him in my bed. So, all right, we have a male in his 40s coming through. He's making reference to a B name, or it's B or D. Those are 2 very difficult for me to differentiate. A B or a D name, and that could be his name, or it could be somebody else's name. But it's ba or duh. He worked with his hands, or he had a hobby that he used his hands a lot. I think he worked with his hands, although he may be passing it off as a hobby as work. But he worked with his hands. He's showing me facial hair. And he's showing me heart issues. Don't know if that's what killed him, or it's just he had heart issues. Yeah, he's showing me facial hair, a beard, and a mustache, but not Nomio's big full Nomi beard, but just a well-trimmed beard. He's heavy set. Okay, he may have had epilepsy or seizures of some kind. Maybe just toward the end of his life, if he may have had a seizure. But he's bringing up seizures. Possible Anna right now, like I said, we're just kind of going through what they're telling us. He is balding a little bit, male pattern baldness type of thing. He's telling me, yeah, I used to joke that I got more hair on my face than my head. Okay. He's telling me he really likes sweet stuff. He really likes sweet stuff, and wow, that's horrible, Anna. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we are well aware of what apnea can do. But he likes sweets, and he says he was married. Okay, we've got that he was married. And he says, I feel really bad because I promised her I'd never leave her, and I did. And now I've left her and he's saying all alone, but I don't know whether they had kids or not, but he's saying all alone. There's nobody else to help her or support her. Yes, Anna, both Lynn and I have CPAP machines because we both have sleep apnea.
Sadly.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, he was married. His wife had an M somewhere. Her name, children's name, something like that. An M is very important. He is telling me that I don't think it's your cousin, Anna. He's not showing me that he died in bed or something like that. He, I think, was trying to get back in shape, to get healthier, but he wasn't doing a great job of it. He likes sweets too much.
Don't we all?
We do all. But again, he was a little heavy set. That's really sad, Anna. A B or a D name. He worked with his hands. He did a lot. And I think he had a hobby where he worked with his hands too. And that, the top ones I'm seeing would be like carving wood or working with leather. Could even be working on cars. Wow, that's horrible, Anna. Yeah, this particular man, I can't tell what color his eyes are either. He's taken after the cat. Okay, there's some kind of a problem with his eyes. My eyes are feeling like they do when you get an eyelash in them or something like that. There's something with his eyes. He did work with his hands. Like I said, he did a lot of work with his hands. And that could be construction, but it could also be, a lot of other things. But yeah, he worked with his hands a lot. And he had this hobby or collection, one that he spent a lot of time and money on. And he's a little annoyed at having to leave it. Okay, so that's him. And again,
we are getting close.
B or a D name, so I'm not sure which one. Okay.
We have time for probably one more.
One more. Who's going to step up? Ronnie. Okay. I am speaking with a woman now. She is a very no-nonsense type of person. She's one that if something happened, you did something, she expected you to take accountability and go with that. But she wasn't mean about it or anything. She was very strict. I know she had kids. I don't know their ages or gender yet. And and I'm going to say she had 2 to 3 children just from what I am hearing in her memory. And then, okay, give me a second. Remember, guys, if you want a 3-card and an oracle reading for $10, or a 3-card love reading, or a 1-card love reading, the 3-card is $8, the 1-card is $4. Just let us know. We can do that before we end the live. But this lady, she's very no nonsense. I see her taking walks or hiking. And she really loved being outdoors. But she worked in either an office or a building of some sort. She worked inside. She's showing me a W and a P name. So that would be Willow, Wendy, something like that. Or, Paul, Peter, something like that. And she's showing me she was married. She was married 3 times. Her last husband was not the father of the children, though he was. For the woman I'm talking about now, the strict, no-nonsense woman who liked walking and hiking, Melanie, she was married. She says she was married 3 times. I don't know if that's legally married or she lived with his husband and wife, but she had 3 people, 3 romantic partners that were incredibly close, that lasted longer than a few days, or even a few weeks. So she had 3 mid to longer term relationships. She has longer hair. It's not, down to her butt or anything, but it's below her shoulders, I think. At least it is right now. She says she heard about this stores or places where you put your feet in the tank and the fish did the dread skin off of your feet. She's talking about that. I don't know if it's something she did, something she wanted to do, something she talked about with people, but you put your feet in the tank. She's showing me, and these little fish come along and eat all the dead skin off of your feet.
Apparently wasn't married, but long blonde hair, 2 kids.
Yeah, that fits with what I am saying. It may. I just turned my iPad off. Sorry, guys. Is anybody in her life? Well, you obviously. Is there anybody in her life that has an initial of W or P? Because that's the letter she brought up. And there's something about dogs. Either she loved them and had dogs, or she could never understand why people had them inside. Yeah, she is a blonde. And again, I don't know whether she legally married, but she is telling me about 3 relationships. She calls them permanent relationships, but they weren't, obviously.
She would have been talking about that, not doing that in New Zealand, the fishy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it may definitely be Melanie. This may truly be. She is saying that, like I said, she loved being outdoors. She's showing me wading in the ocean, but like only up to her mid calves. That's what she's showing me. She had her dog's ashes. Okay, so her dog's ashes she was important to her. Okay. Yeah, I think you're dealing with, I think this is Kelly.
Is she tall?
She looks tall. She's not as tall as Ronnie, but she's taller than I am. And I'm 5'5". So she's taller than I am.
Everyone's taller than me, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Mama cursed me when I was little. She told me I was going to be a big kid. I was going to be the tallest one in our family.
She had long legs when she was little.
Told me I was going to be the tallest one in our family. Your prediction did not come true.
No, it did not.
I am the second shortest in our family.
Yeah, I know. Actually,
I am the shortest now.
Yeah, I know. Melanie, she's saying she came to help your husband transition and that he's fine and he's here, but if it's not one of the men I've talked about, the man in his 40s who worked with his hands, the older man who had a heart attack or stroke or something with his lungs, if it's not someone I've talked about, I've described, she's telling me she's helped or she's been around your husband. And she says, I love you too. You've got to hang on. You're strong. You can get through this. I know you feel alone, but you're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. You're never alone, except when you're in the bathroom. We give you privacy there.
How nice of them.
How nice of them, huh? So,
more than my cat gives me.
Before we go, I'm going to show you these. New jars. I love my jars. All right, guys. I think we've extended the extent we can extend.
All right, guys.
Whew.
Next week, we are back to normal, which
normal
means
schedules.
Thursday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time for Live with Lynn. It means
Wednesday and Friday at 6 p.m. with Live with Mama.
All right.
And then Monday, you can come to our page, Luna Linby Guides on Facebook, and we are going to be there at 6 o'clock live on our page.
Yep, we'll be there live.
We love you guys very much. Mwah.
Hearts.
We will see you guys later.
Hello, Tina.
Hey, Tina, babe. You can go back and watch this and see if you can validate any of our spirits.
Yep. Tonight is a mediumship live. We just did spirit
messages.
Next week, we will be back to our normal, everyone gets a rune when you come in.
Yep. We'll be back to our normal ways.
Next week, we will be back to normal.
Thank you guys for trusting us and coming in.
Yes. Elsbeth, talk to Mama about the cardinal.
I will talk to you about the cardinal later, Elsbeth, as soon as I get back out to my big computer. Even though it's a male cardinal.
It's a male cardinal.
It's a female spirit, or she was a female in her last life.
She is a female spirit in her last life. So,
all right, guys.
Talk to us. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.